Hello and welcome to the hail forecast from Hailtrace. Today we are going to be focusing on a more long-term forecast with our hail video today. So let's go on into the forecast. Weather's been fairly slow really for most of the year so far. We haven't had too much activity. A couple of good storms, one down towards New Orleans and a few others in the Florida Panhandle and across East Texas. But for the most part this year has gone fairly slow. But we're going to start looking forward as we head into March now. Again, today is actually one of the anniversaries of some pretty big hail that we had across the east last year. And so we're going to start taking a look at what's going to happen forward or in advance with our forecast. So let's go ahead and dive into Saturday, March the 9th. So this weekend will be our next chance of hail. And we're going to be monitoring an area across West Texas, western Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, possibly as far east as the Dallas-Fort Worth metro, Austin and San Antonio. The gray area that we've shaded on here is an area that we could see some hail, possibly a little bit of severe hail, but more than likely just under severe hail. Now we've highlighted an area in our yellow and also in our red, which is severe hail is likely. Meaning that we should have some quarter-size hail, possibly a few golf balls mixed in. We're still not expecting a major event as we head through Saturday, but there will be a chance for some possible damaging hail in a few areas. If you follow us on our hail blog, you know that we always pick an area called our pick city, and it looks like right now that the pick city for Saturday would be Abilene, Texas. So that'll be an area that we'll be focusing on. We'll continue to update our hail blog. We'll also be doing more of these hail videos as we head into a more active weather pattern as we head into springtime and the month of March and April and May. As we head into Sunday, March 10th, we're going to notice this area is going to fade off to the east. Should kind of hopscotch over Dallas. Most of the storms in Dallas, Oklahoma City, and Tulsa, Austin, San Antonio, they look like they're going to go through in the late night hours, early morning hours, Saturday night into Sunday morning, which is going to cause the instability to be a little bit lower with those storms. So the hail threat will be a little bit lower as well as it moves through those areas. And we'll focus our attention to the east of those areas on Sunday, areas from, let's say, Little Rock down towards Hot Springs, Arkansas, Texarkana, Shreveport, Louisiana, Tyler and Longview, Texas, possibly as far south as Houston, but more than likely a little bit further north of Houston. Again, in these areas, mainly quarter-size hail, but a few golf balls will be possible, and we'll continue to monitor the threat as the storm system shifts to the east over Sunday as to where exactly this will set up. Storm track, obviously moisture, instability all play a big role in how much hail we will see on Saturday and on Sunday as this really a strong, powerful storm system moves out across the U.S. over the weekend. So as we head into the latter part of next week, we're going to notice that the hail threat is going to shift off a little bit further to the east. It's also going to lessen. We're going to have a lot more rain and a lot less instability as we head through Tuesday through Thursday, March 11th through the 13th. There could be a few isolated severe hail events, but more than likely most of the hail will stay under severe levels, a lot of pea and marble size hail, and really will shift more towards a wind threat and away from that hail threat, which is something that we obviously don't focus on too much here at Hailtrace. So that's kind of your forecast for next week. Again, this week we don't really have a whole lot, so we have to wait until Saturday. And as we head into Saturday, Sunday, those will be our best hail threat days as we head through the weekend. And then into next week, the hail threat kind of lessens a little bit, but that's also pretty far out, so we'll have to really monitor that time frame. We also wanted to take 1 second just to dive in to a long-term forecast for you. So let's go ahead and take a look as we head in towards the later part, mid to late March. One of the things that we're going to be watching is we're going to start to see some more warm, moist air really build in from the Gulf of Mexico. And that's one of the key favors or key ingredients that we look for when it comes to building instability in the atmosphere to be able to create some of these large hailstorms. We really have kind of lacked that ingredient, especially the warm, moist air. And so we're going to be watching for that to really start to move to the north as we head through the middle to later part of March. But we're also going to be watching some cold air to the north that's also going to be moving in. And so that clash or that zone, wherever that ends up setting up at along that zone, the threat for large hail will be there, as well as when anytime a storm system kicks out across that warm moist air, anywhere in that area will have a threat for some large hail as well. So those are all things that we'll be monitoring, and it does look like, again, as we head into the middle to later part of March, I really think things are going to start to kick off and get a lot more active. So up to date on the latest hail forecast from HailTrace. If you have any questions, any concerns, and also remember that we have all of our unlimited plans. Now's a great time to get set up on those as we head into the heart of spring and really begin to kick off our severe weather season. Feel free to give us a call at any time, 855-334-HAIL. Have a great day.